All right.
Okay.
Welcome to Goblin Films, where we watch, react, and review to movies and TV shows.
Today's movie is Dune, Part 1. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe.
They ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. By controlling spice production, they became obscenely rich. Richer than the Emperor himself.
Oh, it's what's his face?
Oh yeah, Batista.
Mm-hmm.
Our warriors couldn't free Arrakis from the Harkonnens. But one day,
Those names.
by Imperial decree, they were gone.
Yeah, I think it's funny they have these like sci-fi names, and then the main character's name is Paul.
Are you serious?
And who will our next oppressors be?
Dune.
Barb.
Weren't these books?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good you're up, Birdie. Father wants you in full dress before the Emperor's herald arrives. Use the voice.
Mom, I just woke up.
Ooh, cute caps.
Give me the water.
Almost.
Almost.
I know Jesuit skills take years to learn, Paul.
What do you eat in the desert? It's so weird.
Sand.
Like in Star Wars, like they were eating that weird paste looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I could not do that. And like blue milk or something.
I wonder what came first, the book or Star Wars. I wonder if George Lucas based the Sand People off of these people.
You can't help but notice.
Yeah. Costumes are super cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Ascendant to the golden line from House Atreides shall immediately take control of Arrakis and serve as its steward. Do you accept?
I like that name. Arrakis.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds cool.
House Atreides accepts.
Yes, I'm going to Arrakis tomorrow with the advance team.
I'd like you to take me with you.
You would? That's too bad, because no.
Duncan.
You're trying to get me court-martialed. What's going on?
Can I trust you with something?
I don't know if I like that accent.
Yeah.
Is he putting on an accent?
I don't
feel
think
like
so.
he is. Maybe not.
I've been having dreams.
I'm so used to Khal Drogo.
The Arrakis and the Fremen. I saw you. With the Fremen.
So I do find them. There you go, that's a good omen right there, right? Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Because that's when we make things happen. Look at you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Is that a town or another planet?
I think it's another planet. I'm wondering if he's like a seer. Or like can see the future in his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I've been training my whole life. What is the point if I'm not allowed to face some actual risk?
My whole
The
life.
future of House Atreides. The great houses look to us for leadership, and this threatens the Emperor. By taking Arrakis from the Harkonnens and making it ours, he sets the stage for a war, which would weaken both houses.
How many times do we have to tell you?
I can tell it was you by your footsteps, Gurney Halleck.
Someone might imitate my stride.
Peter.
It reminds me of this old Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
Like vibro shields.
Come on. Oh, man.
The slow blade penetrates the shield.
I feel like I'm just going to be comparing this to Star Wars the whole time.
Let's move.
I mean,
Fight when the necessity arises, no matter the mood. Now fight!
I feel like I understand why they're doing this, but if you practice like that all the time, I feel like when you're actually in battle, you'll forget that you'll probably actually get stabbed this time.
See you feel the mood.
Uncle, how can we let this happen? How can the Emperor take everything we built and give it to that Duke? How?
Don't be too sure it's an act of love.
Oh, that one guy.
I can never remember his name.
Mm-mm.
When is a gift not a gift? The
But,
trader's voice is rising.
Is it Bill Skarsgård?
The Emperor is a jealous man.
The dad.
A dangerous, jealous man.
We should just like freeze ourselves and then like unfreeze ourselves when that stuff's possible. Because I want to do that so bad.
We might get unfrozen to desert wasteland from nuclear fallout.
Well, it was worth a try.
You dismissed my mother in her own house.
Come here. Kneel.
How dare you use the voice?
That's fun.
I hold at your neck the Gom Jabba. Poison needle. Instant death.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
No need to call the guards. Your mother stands behind that door. No one will get past her.
What's in it? Like, I know it's pain, but like, just the sensation of pain.
Is it hurting her too?
Seems like it. Or she knows. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, you have to be quiet too? That's messed up. Come on now.
Enough.
That's intense.
And his hands fine.
If you had been unable to control your impulses like an animal, we could not let you live. You inherit too much power. Jessica?
That's so weird. They have so many sci-fi names and then
Paul and Jessica.
You've been training him in the way. Tell me about these dreams.
I had one tonight.
What did you see?
A girl on Arrakis.
Have you dreamt of her before?
Many times.
So much potential wasted in a male. They were told to bear only daughters, but you in your pride thought you could produce the Kwisatz Haderach.
Was I wrong?
You're lucky he didn't die in that room.
yeah. One thing Hans Zimmer was saying about the score for this movie is he wanted the music to sound like music you wouldn't hear on Earth because the movie doesn't take place on Earth.
Right.
And so he tried to get real creative with the music.
That I could be the one.
You heard. For thousands of years, we've been carefully crossing bloodlines to bring forth
The one.
Why is he so upset about that?
He looked at her like, oh snap. See, you don't know what's in the ocean. Don't tell me no sea monsters exist. I'm not going as far as mermaids. That's ridiculous, but
Oh, you think we just have ships in the ocean?
yeah. Loch Ness Monster for sure. For sure. Yes.
But who would leave this planet for a desert planet? I mean, I guess if they have to.
There's something we don't know, probably.
I wonder where this was filmed. And
Africa somewhere? Middle East?
How hot it was for everyone that's wearing like the long sleeves and stuff.
Probably insane.
Yeah.
Let's get you out of the sun. The heat can kill in this place.
Sounds like Texas.
Right. Oh, that's cute.
It's like dragonflies.
Dragonfly copter.
What are they shouting?
Listen, Al-Qaib. Voice from the outer world. It's their name for Messiah.
I don't know what the budget for this movie was, but I think the budget for the sequel was only like 100 million.
100 mil?
Yeah, like super low budget. But he does more with less money than most companies do with more money.
The largest and most dangerous organism on Arrakis is the sandworm, capable of reaching 400 meters in length.
The popcorn.
The forbidden fleshlight.
Emulates the natural sounds of the desert. Nutrient-poor landscape.
Ew. No. I mean, I don't mind bugs, but not the one that can solder through walls.
I don't know if it's an actual bug.
Well,
Or like a little drone.
it's probably a drone. I'm just the idea of it being a bug.
It's a hunter seeker. The operator must
Hunter Seeker. That's a bad name. They have all these badass names. And then Hunter Seeker. No.
6 weeks ago.
You can speak without fear. Our pet doesn't understand your language.
Get out! It understands. Activate silence.
Oh, interesting.
It must never be known. Duke Leto Atreides means nothing to our order. But his wife is under our protection, and by extension, her son. Allow them the dignity of exile.
House Harkonnen would never dream of violating the sanctity of your order. I give you my word. We will not harm them.
Stella and Skarsgård. That's who it.
Yeah.
I was like, Bill Skarsgård is the stupid clown.
Oh, yeah.
But Arrakis is Arrakis. And the desert takes the weak. My desert. My Arrakis.
The hell?
You got some legs.
The Fremen watched me search for them for days. I never saw them. Finally, they sent a warrior out to kill me. And I gotta tell you, I've never come so close to dying.
Duncan. Well done.
Thank you, my lord.
Sire.
Duncan?
Yeah. His name is Duncan, Idaho.
This
Hold.
Rude.
Thank you, Stilgar, for the gift of your body's moisture. Which was given.
I gave it right back. Hey.
I ask for this. Do not seek our sieges. Do not trespass in our lands. The desert was ours long before you came. So come and dig your spice. But when you have it, go back to this side of the shield wall and leave the desert to the Fremen.
I cannot promise not to travel into the desert if duty compels me. But your sieges will be yours forever. And you will never be hunted while I govern here.
That's very honorable. I must go. That's all I have to say to you.
I would honor you. You've
Worn a still suit before?
No, this is my first time.
Your desert boots are fitted slip fashion at the ankles. Who taught you to do that?
Seemed the right way.
I'm the chosen one, duh. I'm dying to know what spice is. Is it like a spice, or is it like wheat, or?
And see, that's another comparison to Star Wars, as they have this stuff called spice, and it's essentially like a drug. So I don't know if it's the same thing with Dune.
Rich spice bed. By the color. If you get a little higher, you'll have a better view.
I still don't see what they're talking about. I just see sand.
Is that a worm?
Big one. You have good eyes.
Keep like waiting for another worm to show up that they didn't see.
No. No. Stop.
He's a pilot, or he wants to be.
I want to be a pilot.
So then do they just lose all the spice?
I mean, I guess the worm's gonna eat it.
Generators weigh 100 kilos each.
I had some shoes like those.
It was sparkly sand. A lot of gadgets they use in like 80s and 90s movies for like space is like just like random stuff just painted a different color.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. So I'm kind of like looking for that in this, but I feel like we're more advanced now.
Yeah.
So. Oh my god. I want to see it. Come on. Oh great. Sand tornado, or that because of the thing. Like they can hear you, bro. So. Oh, they're screwed.
Not the time to get high.
For real, bro. Scoops them up, take it on the copter with you. Alright. Oh no! I thought they were gonna make it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just gonna jump up and...
Yeah. Look like an uncircumcised dong.
I was gonna say it looked like a hairy butthole, but... That's just...
I guess that'd be kind of like the Sarlacc pit in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it.
Is this going to be the Arrakis attacking?
I mean...
Is that what they were called? No.
Security.
Stellan Skarsgård's people.
Yeah.
Security.
That's crazy. This is the kind of stuff I wish they put in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where it would actually feel like a Star War.
Yeah. Oh, so I guess I still wear them in battle.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Is it just like airdropped them behind?
I'm going to replace your back tooth. If you bite them hard, this tooth will crash. Breathe out, and you will fill the air with poison.
Let me get up on you, Baron. Come on, give me a kiss.
Alright.
I'm not sure I totally understand how the shields work.
I don't either. I think maybe it just makes it harder for them to be stabbed.
Yeah.
They can still get stabbed.
I know earlier they said, like, if you moved it slow enough, you could get through, but...
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Remove her gag.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
the force.
Shut up.
Come on, you gotta do it. I want to learn how to do that.
he's not gonna talk.
Ah.
Were you gonna have to jump out now? Does she know how to fly?
Was too forced.
They'll figure it out.
They've crippled the ship.
Oh. Man, they must have had a workout to run that fast uphill in sand.
Mm-hmm.
That is not easy.
Should have stayed on your nice forest planet.
Alright, the bull planet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get that they got this planet, but do you need to be there for the spice? Like, do you need to live there for the spice operations? Can't you just delegate it to somebody and stay on your nice planet?
He just has that one trick.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he has super long legs, which I don't think so.
Nope, there's his legs right there, just dragging along.
A joiner.
Never trust anybody. Trade your people for nothing.
What do you think is next?
Nah.
I feel like Star Wars really took a lot of inspiration from this, if this came first.
1965.
Okay, yeah.
So way before Star Wars. The glitter stuff, spice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why they look like Power Rangers.
Go, go, Power Ranger!
You are your father's son. You are my son. You are the Duke. Polar traitors.
Get off me! You did this to me! You Bene Gesserit made me a freak!
A little harsh.
Scared little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming he's supposed to be like 15 or something.
They put their tent underground?
Mm-hmm. No. That'd be so weird to have like a friend and all of a sudden your friend is like, always was royalty, but now it's like the royalty.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like kneel to your friend now. It's so weird.
Or like your friend at work becoming the manager.
Arrakis could have been a paradise. The work had begun, but then the spice was discovered. Suddenly, no one wanted the desert to go away.
Finally, some vegetation.
Yeah. I was about to say, I wonder, like, how do they have an atmosphere and air if it's all just desert?
And suppose I presented the Emperor with an alternative to chaos. And the Emperor has no sons, and his daughters are yet to marry.
You'd make her play for the throne. The Emperor feared the Atreides. He brought you here to kill you. What don't you understand?
As Emperor Dr. Kynes, I can make a paradise for Arrakis with a wave of my hand.
I think it'd be a good move, you know, if he's afraid of the Atreides, the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
If he marries one of his daughters to them, he doesn't have to worry about them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hall that he saw Duncan dead in.
Mm-hmm. See, because he told him his dream, he made the dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
Well, at least he took a bunch with him.
He's gone.
Now, can they not just use the voice on them?
I guess not. Maybe he didn't die.
It's a good thing they just know how to fly one of these. I bet that's gonna call the worm over.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna ride the worm?
Looks like she's done it before.
Oh.
Okay. Was her blood water?
Maybe it was water from the suit? Maybe. I guess they don't know about the worm. You don't know about the worm? How did they recover the Baron?
Baron? I don't know. His healing's complete though. Oh snap.
So it's done, finally.
We're above 5,000 meters.
Oh. That's not good.
They're just gliding now. I think that's one thing they like teach pilots, like if your engine goes out, how to glide, how to use the wind to your advantage.
Yeah. One of theirs just broke off.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we land, run for the rocks.
Oh my god, one of my nightmares is being buried alive in sand.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
So scary.
I would just hate to be buried alive in general. Wonder if they have to run because a worm probably heard all that.
Oh yeah.
People always be tripping. Did you ever see the movie Teeth?
I know all about it. I've never seen it though.
That's what I imagine it would be like.
You will only waste Your body's water. Hold.
You help us off-world to Caladan, you will be well rewarded.
What wealth can you offer beyond the water in your flesh?
She could send water from Caladan.
The boy is
I'm
young.
thinking their blood is water or
Learn our
something.
ways. He may have sanctuary.
I guess it'd be too easy for her to use her voice
Yeah.
so often.
Or it only works on like weak minds or something like that.
Yeah. It's the girl of his dreams.
I will not have them. I invoke the Untold.
You may not challenge a Sayadina.
Then who will fight in her name?
Jamis, don't do this. Don't. The night is fading.
Then the sun will witness this death. Where is her champion? I accept her champion.
Atreides must die. Don't be frightened. Don't resist. When you take a life, you take your own.
So he has to die to become who he's meant to be.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
I don't believe you're the Lisan al-Gaib. But I want you to die with honor.
Thanks.
Finally. Trying to see some fights.
He's toying with him.
Paul has never killed a man.
Yeah, it ain't very hard.
Well, he bested him like 3 times already. He just didn't want to actually kill him.
I feel like his first kill shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because, I mean, look at the world he's living in. Like, people are constantly killing each other all the time. So it's kind of like, oh, finally popped my cherry with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like some...
Well, where he's from, it might not be like that, you know?
I guess.
Paul needs to get off world. You must have ways. You have smugglers. You have ships.
No.
You have...
The Emperor sent us to this place. And my father came. Not for spice. Not for the riches. But for the strength of your people.
Wormy!
See,
Oh,
yeah, they
yeah.
write him. I knew it.
Desert power.
This is only the beginning.
Oh, that cliche shit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to read the book now. Or the books.
Yeah.
And see the original.
So yeah, what'd you think? How
I liked it. It
Yeah.
makes me want to watch, like I said, I definitely want to see part 2, but like the original and
Mhm.
the books. Cause,
Yeah. I know the original is pretty revered.
Mhm.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
Like I said, and don't quote me on this, but from what I can remember for other people telling me they've seen the original,
Mhm.
that it's kind of boring and it's a lot of like long desert shots.
Yeah.
Like we get that in this, but like there's music and I think there's some where it's like literally just desert and wind.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds like it would be boring.
I mean, I want to see it. I don't care. But
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can watch that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's also 2 movies or if it's all just in one movie.
I think it's one. It's just Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
it's like 3 hours long or something.
Oh, that's almost how long this one was.
I know, and it's part
So-
1, so I'm just kind of like, did they just go? I've never seen the first one, so I'm just wondering if this one like goes more in depth and everything, and like the first one doesn't, because I don't care. The first movie was, I think, in the 70s.
Something like that. I think I still have it up over here.
So like, there wasn't like CGI, and they couldn't really do a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more practical effects. 1984.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay.
Well, what do I know? I haven't seen it.
So, I wonder, I mentioned a lot that it reminded me of Star Wars, but then we found out it came out before, or the book came out before Star Wars came out. So I'm wondering how much of that was, how much of it of Star Wars was influenced by Dune.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if it's kind of a come around that the 1984 Dune could only be made thanks to the success of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's kind of like
kind of lending itself back.
Mm-hmm. Feed off of each other kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. And I think that's how I kept comparing it, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, you can't help it. There's so many similarities, even if you've just seen it like once or twice, like especially like the first trilogy of Star Wars, like Tatooine, and like in this one there's like 2 moons, and then the other one there was like 2 suns, so
and then
the Force kind of thing.
Yeah, using the Force, almost like the Jedi mind trick. Then you had the worms compared to the Sarlaccs. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities in between.
And I feel like there's a lot of like stormtrooper kind of like with like the armies, they're like all like Nazi looking, that's how like the stormtroopers look too. There's that. There's like the chosen one. I feel like that's a big theme in like fantasy. The chosen.
Yeah, there's always the chosen one. Harry Potter, Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, Neo. Yeah. As far as the story goes, I'm not sure where it's gonna lead to. I think it's interesting to have like this royal kid turn into like a sand person. But it's all, I guess, because of his sight or this future sight or whatever.
I don't know. Would you think that's like psychic or just? I mean, that's the gist of it, I get. But it's like in dreams.
So there's a lot of stuff like that in fantasy. There's even like that in Game of Thrones with Jojen.
And Bran. You could see the past too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just something that's common in fantasy.
I mean, it's all magic, so I just feel like, I mean, there is not like wizards and whatever, but there's a witch, right? The chick in the black.
Yeah.
With like the needle against his neck.
I guess you could call her a witch.
I thought they called her a witch.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's true. I took it as just being derogatory,
I mean, yeah, like witch. Ugh.
So
I just wonder what kind of like pain he was feeling when his hand was in the box, like a burning pain, because they showed like a charred hand, and so that's what I'm thinking. Like he was like envisioning, like, oh my god, my hand feels like it's burning off, which being burnt is just the worst pain. So I'm dead. Get me with that needle.
Yeah.
Like no way. Royalty or not, chosen one or not.
Well, I mean, you're just experiencing a little bit of pain
Well, okay.
To have your whole future.
And I feel like chicks can handle pain more.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we have to, go through childbirth, periods.
Mm-hmm.
And I've met dudes who cry over paper cuts. Like,
I've had a paper cut. They hurt.
Yeah, they do. But, yeah. Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? That's kind of tough. I think I like Stellan's character.
Not my favorite, but I liked his character a lot.
Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite, but I liked his character.
Yeah.
I thought he sounded cool, looked cool.
Yeah.
Pretty menacing.
I'm trying to think. I'm like trying to think of everybody. Even though he was barely in it, I don't remember his name in the movie, but Javier.
Mm-hmm.
I like his character.
Yeah.
He was kind of snarky. Mm-hmm. I like snarky characters.
Yeah. His first scene was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So. But again, that's not my favorite. I guess I don't have one either. There's just characters I like.
Yeah.
I guess the worm, dude. I'm like constantly wanting to see this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time you get like a good shot, it's of course at night.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to see. We were in a bright room with a window on the other side of the screen.
It was black most of the time.
So it was pretty hard for us to see.
We'll probably watch at night now.
Yeah.
We'll just have to get some sort of lighting.
Put a curtain up there or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene?
My favorite scene, I really liked when they were being attacked. Because I feel like that's something you should see in Star Wars that they never put in Star Wars. And I know this movie was kind of a slower paced movie, and supposed to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a nice little action sequence that was exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I liked the movie, but it was a bit slow.
Yeah, that's what I've heard people say, that it's long and it's slow. But I mean, like I said, I appreciate the slower parts because it makes the more exciting parts like meaningful, because you've invested all this time and like knowledge to get to know these people. So like when like horrific stuff happens to them, like you feel it.
Yeah.
My favorite scene, I don't know. I like a lot of the fighting stuff. I guess the battle between, I can't remember their names. I'm so horrible. But
I got it pulled up.
Freaking Timothy and then the black dude.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah. Like it was like an actual like fight. I like fighting scenes a lot. So when it was like, I mean, though they had their knives or whatever, it was like still pretty intense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess because that makes sense now. Like, okay, yeah, that was like the first dude he ever killed. So it like took him a couple times to try to do it. But I feel like even if he did it the first time, it looked easy. Like, like he didn't look like he was trying, but he like had him 3 times and got him on the last time. So I thought that was kind of annoying, but I don't know. I just like the intensity of like 1-to-1.
Well, I think also he probably beat him 3 times because he had actual training.
True.
Whereas the other guy probably knows how to fight like their people.
True.
But they aren't like trained soldiers.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you want to live in the desert to save your people, or would you want to like hop on that other planet?
I'd go back to the other planet.
Yeah.
So it gets hot enough here. I don't think I would want to condemn the rest of my life
Yeah,
a
we live
desert.
in Texas, so we know heat.
So it I don't know. It seems terrible.
I'd like to know where they filmed a lot of the desert scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look that up.
I believe Star Wars uses a lot of like the outback of Australia.
Tatooine was filmed in Tunisia,
Oh, yeah?
Africa. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
We were gonna go there that one time I was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna go to that village because like they have like the sand houses or whatever you call them. I can't remember their name now. I'm so horrible. They're not like stucco like in like New Mexico. They're like actually built out of the environment. Kind of like, you know, like you see like those places where they have like castles built inside of like the sides of cliffs and stuff like that.
Isn't
It's
it
like that.
Adobe or
Yeah,
something?
Adobe. There you go. That's what I'm trying to think. It's like a real place. Like people live there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, like especially like Caladan, like the bull planet I'm calling it. Like it looks kind of like Ireland or something like that, which is funny because even though Ireland, Scotland, because they had the bagpipes, which I thought was interesting. And then the names keep cracking me up, like Truth Seeker, and they have like all these like fantastical names, and then like Paul and Jessica and Duncan, like I don't know. So
yeah, the naming conventions are kind of weird because like the planets and some of the stuff like the Hunter Seeker and those things, those are very typical sci-fi things. So like I wouldn't have thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
But then it's the people with the normal names, or like Duncan, Idaho.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of weird to me.
Yeah. But yeah, the music was great. The costuming I loved. The cinematography was really good. It was really pretty to look at, even though it was a desert. Like I said, they probably had to like work out at least a little bit to run in that sand.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess they could have CGI'd it, but I don't know. They look like they were really running in sand to me. But yeah, and then I thought there was going to be a lot more Zendaya.
I think she'll probably be more in the second.
Yeah, more in part 2. I don't know. I just remember seeing her face a whole bunch when they were promoting part 1.
Yeah. Well, I think she was heavily advertised, but I think she was really popular at the time, especially with like Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria's
and Spider-Man.
Insane, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. She maybe had 5 lines of dialogue in this one.
Yeah.
You know?
I like all her like shots though. They were cool. The
Yeah.
Jesus shot was pretty interesting. I wonder if that was like on purpose, like, you know, like she's some sort of answer to something. Because I mean, that's just so symbolic. And then like the blood on her hands.
Yeah.
You know, like Jesus still. I don't know. Maybe not, but I thought the comparison was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait for part 2. I really liked it.
Me too.
Dennis
Villain. Villain something.
Villeneuve.
All right, Dennis Villeneuve.
We like you. It was good.
Yeah.
We're not.
That was pretty good. All right, I'm hungry.
All right, well,
let's
wrap
go
it
eat.
up. Bye.